Everyone, I'm Scott Frangos with Webdirexion. I'm the Chief Optimizer, and I'm pleased to show you today some tactics and strategies we use at Webdirexion LLC to help our clients with smart web forms. And I'm going to show you exactly what I mean by smart and how it really pays off for your business. Here's with at our own website, Webdirexion. And you can see that step number one is that the form appears pretty short and quick to fill out. Now, this is what I would call a psychological persuasion tactic. In fact, I have a book that I wrote about 3 or 4 years ago that has a chapter on psychological persuasion. It's a book about CRO, conversion rate optimization. And what we're doing, the reason we're doing all of this is as a strategy to get you more leads and therefore more sales. So one of the things that we do with our SmartForms is we use something called conditional logic. And this is just a little peek under the hood so that when I say conditional logic and your eyes roll over in your head, now you're going to have a good idea what exactly it is. So let's say it's services needed, which you didn't yet see on this form. Why? Because there's going to be a condition for that to show it. I'm going to show this field. Okay, let's look at the conditional logic. If the I need field is, and I'll just open this, a digital marketing quote. So there's no need to show those 6 options if someone wants a pre-sales question answered or some technical help. They don't care about that. But if they do want a digital marketing quote, then we show it. Let's go see what that looks like. So if I'm at the website and I choose I need a digital marketing quote, then and only then are they going to see a few more fields, whereas a couple of things have happened here, and it's psychological persuasion. The form fit all on one screen. It looked compact. It's not going to take a lot of time to do. And that's one of the big friction items. And friction is a conversion rate optimizer's term where we try to remove friction. That's too much time for me. I'm out of here. That's what we call friction. But what you see now is that we have a little longer form only when it's something that they need to tell us. They should appreciate that. It's like having a dialogue with them. So we ask, what's your budget? And let's say it's $30,000 a year. And I'm going to need a custom WordPress site. And I'm going to want it integrated with the CRM. And I'm going to want sales funnel campaign and technical support. Please give me a quote for the above marked services. Okay, this is what I mean by a smart form. It adapts to the needs of your visitors in such a way that it'll pull more leads. Now, how do I know that this is true? Well, in general, there have been a lot of testing, and we do regular testing each month on a variety of websites, and there's articles at our site about that. A/B testing, split testing, there's some terms you may have heard of. You can have A/B/C tests, more than 2 items. You can also have something called multivariate testing. That's all covered in this book, and it's available on Amazon. Hey, I'll put a link to that down below so that you can get a good deal on it. And we want to better serve the customer, and in so doing, pull more leads. Now, I want to point out a couple more things. Over on another page on our site, I'm actually able to edit the same form. Now, what I used to do is, depending on where the form was, it could have been in a sidebar, it could have been on a different part of the site. I may have made 2 versions of the form. I may have made a long form and a short form that looked like this. Well, because of conditional logic and the ability to keep the forms concise, and do you see another tactic that I used? This is a quiz. Quick, anybody get it? We do away with the labels above the fields. Why is that? Again, it compacts the form and it doesn't look as intimidating or like it's going to take as long to fill out, or in the terms of conversion scientists, there's not as much friction. So we put the field the name of the field, what we want them to do, give us their company name, for example, in here, and then when I fill it out, the placeholder item goes away. Okay? So now I'm able to have pretty much one compact looking form that expands as needed throughout my site on different pages using our SmartForms technology. Now, what if you have to convince your C-level people, the director of marketing, maybe you are the director of marketing, you have to convince yourself that another 2 or 3 hours on forms is worth it. I think it'll pay off in the very first couple of months when you get more leads that lead to sales. But what if you have to approve the expense, the budget expense of another, let's say 2 to 5 hours max? In that 2 to 5 hours, we work with you to understand your services and products, what your customers' needs and pain points are. If then we design the form, you take a look at it, we test it, beta test it, and then we make any tweaks, and then we go live and we watch it. But let's say someone says, oh, you know, you could better spend money on something else. Okay, fair enough. You have a limited marketing budget. But how much are 10, 20, 30 more leads worth to you if you can close 10% of those? Do the math. How can we prove that? Well, I just wanted to show you that no matter which WordPress theme you use, and a lot of people don't know this, we can use a theme or a plugin called Divi, D-I-V-I. You can see it up at the top in the purple there. It's made by Elegant Themes, and it features built-in split testing that's highlighted right over here, right? You don't have to pay a separate split testing service. So we can test your old form against a new smart, persuasive form. And that's just the tip of the iceberg for how Webdirexion helps you with CRO, conversion rate optimization. And in this short video, it's about SmartForms. Now, also down below, you may have questions. You may not be ready to work with us yet. So I'm going to put a link to where you can schedule a 15-minute no obligation meeting with me by video conference. We'll talk, we'll look at your website, we'll look at your objectives, and I'll give you a quote, and you can ask questions. Okay, let's start helping your business grow with one of our Webdirexion business growth and care plans.